Thank you for coming to watch this EV Universe video on the Audi Q8 e-Tron by Tom Voelk. If you're in the market for your own Audi Q8 e-Tron, or maybe you already own it and want some parts and accessories, come to evuniverse.com today. EV Universe is your one-stop shop for all things related to the electric vehicle. Thank you. Enjoy.
A lot of people forget to shop Audi when looking for an electric vehicle. It has a bunch of them. I'm Tom Voelk for EV Universe, and this is the 2024 Q8 e-Tron. The 2024 model is a serious mid-cycle refresh. For starters, the name is new. It used to be just e-Tron. It's laser etched on the B-pillar in case owners forget. It gets subtle plastic surgery too, mostly up front, like the nose job and lighted and flattened rings. The meaningful enhancements are under the skin. With improved battery chemistry and packaging, range is up from 222 miles to 285. Max charge speed is improved from 150 kilowatts to 170. Aerodynamic drag is down by some 6%. Also, the asynchronous rear motor now gets additional windings for better efficiency and torque delivery. Unlike the Audi e-Tron GT sedan that's built on the same architecture as Porsche Taycan, Q8 rides on its own platform. This is a loaded prestige model that MSRPs for $88,600 with the optional Madeira Brown metallic paint. Yeah, look close, it's not black. The Sportback model with a swept rear glass treatment adds $3,400. In 2019, this was Audi's first adventure into EVs and one of the very first luxury SUVs on the market. It was a trendsetter back in the day, but competition moves fast, and now there's the BMW iX, Cadillac Lyriq, Jaguar I-Pace, Lucid Gravity, and Rivian R1S. A new steering rack delivers a quicker ratio and more tactile control. e-Tron hasn't lost weight, but the lithium-ion pack is more energy-dense now, going from 86.5 kilowatt-hours to 106 usable. Strictly quattro dual-motor all-wheel drive with power normally biased towards the back tires. Power is rated as high as 402 horses and 490 pound-feet of torque. Time to play everybody's favorite game show, Frunk or No Frunk. All right, let's call it a half a frunk. On Power Up, there's great sound design that I didn't capture well. Same goes for the head-up display. Those are hard to show properly. The single-speed transmission is controlled by one of my favorite selectors. It works great, feels like it weighs 10 pounds. Paddles adjust regeneration drag, kind of, more on that later. Audi Drive select modes, 7 of them, make a noticeable difference. All Q8 e-Trons get adaptive air suspension that can add 2 inches of lift or drop it an inch at highway speeds. Intelligent Park Assist can tuck e-Tron into a space pretty much by itself, parallel and perpendicular. I like the bird's eye camera system. Q8 e-Tron can get up and go, even though it's not the quickest in class. You have to ask yourself, how fast do you really need to go? This will do the 0 to 60 dash in 5.5 seconds. Certainly speedy enough to annoy the neighbors. Good thing EVs are quiet and stealthy, but always drive safely. If you have the need for more Audi speed, then maybe go with the SQ8 e-Tron. It shaves a second off that Sprint. It is more expensive, though, and reduces range. The nature of the electric motors is so silky, it's easy to look down and find yourself way over the speed limit. Anything under 45 miles an hour feels dreadfully slow in the e-Tron. That's how polished it is. This is a supremely comfortable vehicle. Hit a bump and the suspension soaks it up like nothing ever happened. There are no quivers coming up through the chassis. It's vault-like. It's quiet. The interior is lovely. This is like a sanctuary. The battery case is reinforced with extruded aluminum cross sections. The packaging seems to eliminate any chassis shimmy. Elevated, the seating position is just right. Visibility is as good as it's going to get in a vehicle these days. And the Prestige model offers vehicle-to-infrastructure ability if your city supports that and you keep subscribing to the data plan. Toss this hard into a corner and yeah, you're gonna feel the 5,800 pounds. Plus, the suspension is set for comfort overall. That said, the steering is very accurate, the weighting is about perfect, and you've got the batteries in the floor, which helps lower the center of gravity. This e-Tron can tow 4,000 pounds. There's the expected ADAS, active electronic safety tech, like automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, lane keeping, and adaptive cruise control. It's all good, but not Super Cruise or Blue Cruise good. My best guesstimate when it comes to range is 225 miles in the real world. You got to remember that I don't baby vehicles when I drive them. I have fun. I'm not hypermiling. Plus, it's been cold in Seattle, the mid-30s to the mid-40s, and you all know what cold temperatures do to EVs. For what it's worth, I saw around 190 miles in slightly warmer temperatures when I drove the e-Tron years back, so the improved pack does make a difference. If there's no current flowing to the asynchronous motors, they don't produce drag losses. Good for efficiency. Even when going into full regen mode, there's not a lot of regeneration drag. I have my foot off the throttle and I just keep going and going until I put my foot into the brake. This pretty much drives like a regular car, and the brake pedal feel is very, very good. I do like one pedal driving, but I also feel by driving in the traditional way, I tend to be more ready for emergencies that might happen. Yeah. At some point, this'll need electrons. Q8 e-Tron gets complimentary Electrify America DC fast charging for 2 years. That makes sense, since both it and Audi are in the Volkswagen family. I still believe, for the best electric vehicle experience, charging where you sleep is important. e-Tron supports plug-in charge, so theoretically, no cards or apps are needed. The system should recognize the vehicle. Success. This is how all charging should be all the time. Unfortunately, it isn't. With its 170 kilowatt max charge rate, a 10 to 80% juicing should take about a half an hour at the right DC fast chargers. At home, with the optional onboard charging system and 80 amp service, a full charge happens in 6 hours. The standard system with more common 40 amp service takes around 13 hours. Overnight. That's why charging where you sleep is important. The cabin hasn't changed much since my last go with e-Tron. Overall, that's a good thing. Materials are top grade. Audi does that well, especially at the prestige level. Knees bump into softness. Hardware feels like hardware. There's enough ash wood to panel a small room. The glove box is lined so things don't rattle. Heated and vented seats are supportive, plus you'll save money eliminating spa treatments with the massage feature. The Bang & Olufsen 3D audio system is far better than most people have in their homes. The center console is deep. You need to reach in to grab your Starbucks. I do like that the charge pad keeps phones secure and out of sight. As for the interface, Audi uses a dual screen setup. Topside, there are all the menus that you'd expect. The screen graphics are crisp and clean. Response is excellent with haptic feel. Screen 2 is largely about the HVAC system. Again, looks spendy. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay are wireless, and after I set up a vehicle, I end up using phone projection the most. This will be very popular with the carpool gang. For starters, it's very roomy back here. I'm 5'9", I have good headroom, loads of knee, leg, and foot room. The cushions are very comfortable. Plus, it has pretty much anything that anybody would want back here. For starters, dual zone automatic climate control with heated seats, adjustable vents here and here. Nobody's phone will go uncharged. Pockets on both seat backs. Yes, Audi is not cheaping out here. Not too many sunny days in Seattle, but these are nice. Not all EVs have perfectly flat floors. This one comes really close. The bench is wide enough so 3 average-sized adults will be just fine for trips across town. If there's just 2 back here, they will be supremely comfortable. Nice place to ride. Cargo? Well, for starters, I'll thank Audi for including a spare tire. Many of the expected details are here to hang and organize stuff. The lighting even looks expensive. Remote releases, how civilized. The backs don't lay completely flat, a big deal for some users. In max cargo mode, there's just over 56 cubic feet, 2 more than the sleeker coupe-like Sportback model. And this space is flexible with 40-20-40 split seats. This fully optioned Q8 e-Tron goes for over $88,000, but a perfectly wonderful base model with all-wheel drive starts at $75,000. There's a lot of luxury here. It's a meaningful mid-cycle refresh. For EV Universe, I'm Tom Voelk.